Morning, Mep here, Mep Investments. Got a request from one of the original subscribers, Tejas, regarding Jumia. Um, Jumia's been up and down, and when I first started the channel, Jumia was really uh, climbing. We could pull up the chart here. Let's see here. I think I've had my channel for about. Let me pull up here on my phone. See my videos. Oldest video started about 5 months ago. So almost at 300 subscribers. And Tejas was one of the original subscribers from the get-go. So he asked me to do a video in Jumia, so I'll do one. And I do have a position in Jumia. They are the Amazon of Africa, basically. So let's take a look at go with the 100-day chart. So Jumia got up to almost $70. Um, Jumia was about $7, and it really ramped up and hit 70, and now it's pulled back to about 26. Um, they do have earnings on the 11th, which is Tuesday. So let's take a look at the options. Currently have a 12 IV rank here, and they have an IV rank of 10. So the options are cheap in Jamia. I currently have for the earnings play a broken wing butterfly, and we could take a look. I put this trade on. Uh, can't recall if I did it. Let me check it out here. I did this trade. So in the last, this is going back 30 days in Jamia. On 416, I put a broken wing butterfly for 10 cents. Took a little shot here, and I closed it out for 9 cents. So I made about $20 on this trade on Jumia, only tying up $100 in capital. So that's a 20% return on $100. Um, and then I opened up another one on May the 4th for a 25-cent credit at the 25 short strike. So we could take a look at the analyze tab on Jumia. Jumia is right now here at this line here, 26.74. If Jumia pulls back to $25, my max profit is 125, more or less, if I can pin it at that 25 strike. Um, if Jumia stick for earnings does good and it climbs back up, um, then I keep my $25. Um, what would I do in Jumia? Well, the historical option pricing based on the IV rank uh, is pretty cheap. The expected move for next week is about uh, $4.72. So, looking at the $4.72, we can either have Jumia at 30 plus, or maybe back down to close to 22, 21 level. Let's take a look at the 20-day chart. Here's a 20-day chart. Jamia was $38 20 days ago and has come down to a low of 24. We got a couple big bars here in volume, picking it up back up to 26.74. Let's take a look at. I like to compare charts and stuff. Let's take a look at stock charts. So here we're looking at the daily, and here are the moving averages. The 50-day moving average in Jamia is 36, and the 200 days 29. So it's under both of them. A lot of red candles here, a lot of sellers. Big red candle here, big seller. Then we got a buyer here. Um, we got a star here. As you can see, the candles are tightening up, and this one was completely tight. This is a bullish trend here, in my opinion. Um, so I have a position in here right now. Um, there's a couple things you can do with Jumia. Obviously, you want to stay on the weeklies because the binary event is on the 14th of May next week. Um, the implied volatility is 171%, so it's pretty high here. Um, Depending on your outlook on Jumia, uh, remember, I'm a trader. I don't really own many stocks. I try and do high probability trades. Um, if you're an investor, um, maybe you want to sell put or maybe a put spread. So let's take a look at a put credit spread. So um, if you're bullish in Jamia, you can easily go with a 25. Depends how much you want to risk. Let's say you have $500 and you want to risk $500. You would and you think Jamia is going to go up. You would right click here on the 25 strike and sell a put vertical. And depending how much you want to risk, that's up to you. So here, this is a dollar wide. And remember, what we're doing here is spreads. This is the beauty of options. We're doing spreads and you can determine your risk. So on this spread, you're selling the 25 and buying the 24 and you get $35 and you're risking the difference between 35 and a dollar. So let's analyze it. So let me go back and show you how. So once you have your order up, so I showed you how to open the order, right? Once you have your order up, you right click and you hit analyze trade, right? Let's check this button here to take off my broken wing butterfly and let's talk about the trade that I'm developing here now. And we'll do some other trades so you get an idea of the different strategies you can do. So here's the analyze tab here. So if Jumia goes up, you keep your $35. If Jumia goes down, you lose $65. Okay? That's how that looks. Now let's take a look at what your probability of success is. Now, you got to take this with a grain of salt because there is a binary event, so they do have earnings. So this is a short put vertical spread. And we're going to go expiration. We're going to go to the binary event week, which is next week, and we're going to buy the 24 and sell the 25. This trade has a probability of profit of 63%. You can see right here. And we talked about your risk reward. 35 is your max profit and your max loss is 65. Now if you want to take a bigger risk, it's up to you. All you need to do is bring this wing down. So if you bring this down, you're collecting 65 cents. You want to maybe try and get 70 cents. Your probability of success is 66, but now you're risking 135 to make 65 or 70. If you make 70, then you're risking 130 to make 70. Okay? If you wanna if you have $500 and wanna go $500, you can make this wider. And now you're at a 70% probability of success, right? Right here. And you're collecting 120 and you're risking 380. But you have a 70% probability of success. Now take that with a grain of salt, okay? Because we have a binary event. But if Jamia were to move against you, there are other things that you can do to defend this trade and stay in Jamia. Um, and we can take a look at it after the earnings to see what happens. Because I do have a position, and I'll probably do another one. And I'll try and do it live. Since I trade small, it don't matter to me putting another couple trades on here in Jamia. Um, so this is a put calendar spread. Okay, this is a bullish strategy. Um, If you wanted to do a bearish strategy and you think Jamia was going to go down, all you would do is flip this and go to a call. So in this case, maybe you want to remember put credit spreads trade cheap, call credit spreads trade rich. Puts trade cheaper when you put them together because the risk is always to the downside for the most part. So remember that. And call credit spreads trade richer. Okay, so maybe you wanted to go to 28.30. Here you can collect almost 70 cents as well. You remember, you want to try and collect 33 to 35 cents per dollar. So if you're collecting $1, if you're doing a $1 widespread, you want to collect 33 to 35 cents. If you're doing $2, you want to try and collect 66 cents to 70 cents. If you're doing $5, you do the math. Okay? You want to collect about $1.80, $1.85. Um, you want to make sure you're collecting enough to justify your risk. Um, Obviously, the higher the IV rank, the further away you can get and collect that credit. And that's why you look for high IV rank. So I hope this um, filters into you and becomes part of your mechanics when looking for trades. These are the things you need to look at. Jumia is a liquid option stock, equitable. Equity has a lot of options. 43,000 calls on Friday, 17,000 puts. Total of 61,000 contracts were exchanged at hands. Okay, so here is if you're bearish. I don't think Tejas is bearish. I'm sure he's bullish. So this is the opposite. Same thing, just opposite. Another trade that we can do is, well, I already showed you the broken wing butterfly, which is the trade that I have, which is this one, right? Very simple trade to set up. Come here. Remember, I did it on the 4th. You right click on whichever side you are assuming the directional bias um, that you're developing in your strategy. So what I did was I right clicked here, right? And you're gonna buy the butterfly, right? And what you do is, here's a regular butterfly, and you want to do it. You always want to try and collect credits. You don't really want to pay for options because they're decaying assets. So what's a high probability trade? What you do is, all you do is, this is the regular butterfly. So you're buying the 26 for protection. You're selling two of the 25s. And instead of buying the 24, we're going to skip this one. And we're going to get a credit. You see, and you get a 20-cent credit. I got a 25-cent credit. Now you can get a 20-cent credit as of right now. So that's the trade that I have. So I hope that helps developing that trade. Another trade that you can do is actually a calendar spread. Um, so let's say you have a directional assumption, and let's say you think that, and I might do this um, on Monday because they report on Tuesday. Well, I could do it Tuesday because the earnings are probably after the bell. But let's say you think Jumia is going to get back to 30, right? Because the expected move is $4.72. So let's do the math. Stock price is currently at what was the stock price at? 20. What was last? 26.67. 26.67 plus your move here of 472 plus 472. We got a 31.39 um, stock price if it's at the move of the market maker. So there's a couple trades you can do here. We can go to the 30, right? Or 31. Jumia, when it moves, it tends to make pretty big moves. Um, the market likes round numbers. Let's just go with 30. This is a 33 delta. So this is a very high implied volatility right here. Pretty expensive option right here, right? So what my trade here would be, there's a couple things you can do here. The 40-day out option, you can see, is a 107. So it's a 70% difference in the value of these options here. Um, you can go here and let's say, let's take a look at what the 30's at. Let's take a look at the 30. So we're gonna right click here, buy calendar. right? We're going to sell this option, and let's take a look at the June to give us 40 days. This is a $138 trade. Um, it's possible that, let me see what the next chain is at. There's a 40% difference between, no, 140, about 30 in these two here. So maybe you can do a weekly. And I'm just trying to give you ideas how to play a trade, so you decide. So let's say we were to do this one, right? You could take a $39 bet, let's say 40 with fees on the weeklies. So you're selling this one and buying this one. The Jumia is going to go to 30, and that'll cost you $39 for one calendar. If you think Jumia, remember, we have a lot of red candles here. Let's say you want to take a risk and say it's going to get back to 50-day moving average, which is 36, right? Then you might want to, let's take a look at the option chain here. Are they $5 wide? No, they're dollar wide. So if you wanted to do, let's use round numbers instead of 36, want to do the 35, you can do 35 here by calendar, and then we're going to go to June, which is 40 days out, and this one will cost you, maybe bring it down and pay $100. Let's take a look at this trade and analyze it. Analyze. So let's check all the boxes off, and then we're going to go to the calendar at the 35 strike and play with it. You can play with it and look at what your risk reward is. So let's say you think Jumia, the stock price is right here right now, right? You're paying $100 for this assumption that Jumia is going to get back up in the next 40 days to its 50-day moving average, right? This $100 can reward you $350 if Jumia were to make a big move to the upside. So play with it. It's up to you, your risk reward. I'm just trying to give you different options. Uh, you can use a calendar spread. You can use a broken wing butterfly. You can use a put credit spread. And you can make it to your comfort zone. Could be $100, $250, $500. Make sure that if you're doing something that you're selling, you're able to collect a third of the width. So what is a third of the width? On every dollar, you're collecting 33 to 35 cents. Is where you're most efficient, and your probability of success would be in your favor. Okay? So if it's $2, you want to try and collect 70 cents maximum, etc. Do the math. Just multiply it by the size of the width. If it's 5, so you're gonna do $5 Y. Let's say you want to collect. It's raining over here. Good for the grass. So $5 Y times 35. You want to collect about $1.75, and you're risking 325 on a $5 Y. So I hope this helps in Jumia. I will do follow-up videos. Like the video, share it, subscribe, and I'll continue to do some more videos. Bye-bye.